Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. Let's continue with this video. In this video, we learn about very interesting feature about deep links. So basically, sometimes we need to use the OAuth, right? For some kind of login, we need to use the OAuth. So for OAuth authentication, so let's say in the Android side, we are using the Apple, so we cannot use the native framework. We need to log in via the OAuth, right? So in those cases, what happens is we log in by the browser. You will go to the browser, log in by OAuth, and then what happens is, like, suppose we are using some providers like Firebase or Supabase. So what happens is they let us log in, and then the result of the login is redirected to their server, and then they redirect back to our app via deep links. So in those cases, what is the best way to handle deep links, right? So just for example, let's say this is just a simple example to learn about this, to understand things. So just have two simple screens, home, just a simple text and button. If you see, suppose here I'm going to log in, and then I will be, let's say, this is the simple login screen, and from here, let's say I need to log in via authentication, just an example. So I'm taking the simple example. Suppose let's say we just have simple example. This is just a simple deep link. So if you don't know about deep link, it's just kind of a host, scheme and some host, and we define this in the Android manifest. And whenever we open this link in the browser redirect us to the our app. It can be other app as well, some for general deep links. The whatever apps have defined the intent filter for this link, they will be available there to open that. If multiple, it will show us the chooser to open with some. We need to select one app from the chooser. If we have multiple apps, if there is single app, then it will be like directly opening that app. So how this will be happening? So suppose we are logging. First of all, let's say in the Android we are login by Apple. So it will open us the browser for login by Apple. Then suppose we are using the Supabase, right? So then what will happen is, after Supabase is allowing us to login, then after login, the Apple will be returning the secrets, codes, and other things to the Supabase server. Then Supabase server will be getting those and then redirecting to our app via deep link. This is how the flow of deep links works. Then this deep link will be handled by our app. So what is the best way basically? So if I show you, and let's say we have one intent, view, and here we need to specify our deep link dot to URI. Okay, so this is the intent from our app. We will be opening this deep link in the browser. Okay, and we need context as well for this. I'm just showing you an example. Context dot start activity with that intent. Okay, this is just an example. Let's say in ideal scenario, what will happen is, it flow will be like whatever I have explained. Flow will be like that. You will be login by Apple, opening the browser. From there, you will be logging in, then redirecting to Supabase. Then Supabase will be redirecting to your app. Then Supabase will be opening this link. But here I'm directly showing you. You can assume Supabase is opening this link, but we will be opening this directly in the browser. Then the deep link will be opening our app. So I will show you that. So for that, we need to define intent filter as well. Okay, data host. So host will be this is our host, and similarly we will be having scheme as well. Scheme will be, in our case it is scheme. This one will be the scheme. If you see, this is host, this is scheme before this. Okay, so this is the handler. This identifies like our app will be able to open this link with this host and this scheme. So now other thing is we need to handle deep link as well. Let's so we will be just kind of logging here some data. Okay, intent data. Okay, data can be anything. Suppose Supabase will be providing you access token and other things after the login that can be involved in the data. So this method, suppose I'm calling it in the, we need to call this handle deep link method inside our activity. Okay, so let's try to run it, and I will show you one important thing. So if we directly do it like this, just handle the deep link in the create, and so if you see login, something is wrong. Let's check it. No activity found to handle this. Maybe something is wrong with this intent filter. Okay, we need to specify one more category. I forgot that. Default. If I go, yeah, so if you see what happened is like I went to login, then login via auth. It will just opening the browser, and from browser it is redirecting back to our app. That's why it's coming back to our app. And if you see, it's restarting this activity. And if I show you handle deep link intent data, now this is the initial. Then if it redirected, then we got the data. Again we tried, again we got redirected, then again we got the data. So this is working fine, but did you observe one thing? It is restarting our app. Suppose you are on the login screen, you will be complete, you will lost the complete flow. Basically you are on the login screen, you clicked on the login, the browser opened, user logged in successfully, then redirecting to your home page, right? It will be happening like that. That's not the desired functionality you want, right? So for that, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to make sure, so where you should handle the intent. So basically currently you're handling in the on create. Okay, so what is the best way? So basically, first of all, you need to make single task launch mode. Single task launch mode does not launch your activity if that is opened again. So it basically launches the on new intent and provide the intent data there. it does not recreate the activity if it is on the top of the single task. Okay, you can read more about these launch modes in the documentation. Okay, so basically whenever no instance of activity exists, it creates. Okay, and suppose if activity exists in the task but not at the top, so basically then all activities above the existing instance are cleared. Suppose here is our activity, here another one, here another one, here again our coming, so these will be cleared and our activity will be relaunched. This one will be relaunched to the top and it will receive the new data in the own new intent. So that's where we will be handling our deep link. So launch mode is single task, it will not be recreated, and instead of this we will be using the handle deep link here. Okay, so now let's see how it goes. So let's repeat that flow. So user went to the login via OAuth. It's again actually something is wrong somewhere. Let's check it. Okay, my bad. It installed on another device. Let's install it again on that device. Yeah, on the same device. So if we see login, let's see how it goes now. Login via OAuth. So let's check deep links as well. Okay, yeah, if you see handle deep link. So basically what happened there, user clicked on login, then browser opened, then browser redirected back to our app, but our app does not restarted our activity, it stayed on the same screen. So that is the ideal flow we want, like in the some login, auth login, right? So that is the best way. So if you see on new intent, making your activity single task, but in there are some cases where we need to reload our app as well. So in those cases we can remove this launch mode. We can keep the default one, standard one. Okay. So but ideally in the login screen, if we are, so we would want to be stay on the same screen after redirecting back. Okay. So that is the best way of handling deep link in case of like authentication. Okay. So mostly it will be like if you will be logging by GitHub, login by Apple in Android, but login by Apple in iOS devices, it will be using the native framework. It will not be using authentication there. But in Android and other devices, you may be needing that authentication. And similarly, if you log in by GitHub, you can use Firebase or Supabase, and then you can handle this flow, and then you can do this stuff, handling deep link and other things. So wherever we need to do that, wherever it is needed. So this is the best way of doing this on Unity in case of login authentication thing. Okay, that's all about this video, guys, and I hope you have enjoyed this video and I hope you have learned something new. So if you have enjoyed it, please like, share and comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe, and that will motivate me to create more videos like this. So yeah, that's all about this video. I will see you in another video with another cool content. Till then, bye bye, take care, have a great time, keep coding.